Okay, pretty sure there's nothing left up there for me.
No, hopefully.
Let's see, nothing over that way.
You didn't smash those pots, did you?
Probably not. That's where we need to go.
Eat it, sucker.
And then this is the direction that we cannot actually go in yet. We're gonna have to come back once we get the item from... I'm sure there's some way to finagle your way in there anyway, but...
I think it involves bombs and being able to super slide, and none of us are good at that.
Yeah. This is actually not quite as obvious, but we saw this before. But you come back here, and you have to wait, now that we've raised the water level up a notch. We can go back here and lay down bombs.
I like how the bomb wall actually has a crack in it so you can see into the next room.
Like, I wouldn't even call it frustration, but like, if I have any frustration with this dungeon, it's more of like a playful frustration, like, ah, dungeon. You scallywag. But it's always that, like, I'm going to a new area, going like, oh man, a new place where I can do new things, and you go in, and it's like, oh, I need a key! Where do you get the key?
Well, you have to keep in mind, when a lot of people were playing this, they were like 12 or something, and not everyone had a guide, and all these special things they added for the 3DS version were not in it, so... Just because time marches on doesn't mean that everything was the same back then either.
Yeah, and admittedly, I could...
Words of wisdom from Ogre. Just because time marches on doesn't mean everything was the same back then either. 2016.
Okay, so, I mean, I didn't have a guide when I played through this the first time. You can figure it out just by looking at the map and figuring out where to go. But there are a couple things that made it easier this second time through. Or there are a couple things that make it a little bit easier in the 3DS version, just so you're less likely to miss something, and so you're not as inclined to have to go back and go, oh no, I can't do anything from here, I've got to go through the water levels again.
I always liked this little area. Just something about it just felt like, just feels so kind of cool.
Okay, so we're raising the water level.
It also helps they put up those little things there too to tell you what level you're raising it up.
Yeah.
Because those weren't there originally.
Yeah, they had the markers, but not the little level indicator next to it. It's really just a lot of little things that, like, they don't make the dungeon easier. They didn't make the dungeon... Oh no, I didn't make it. I made it! I don't know where he is. Got him. They did a lot of little things that don't necessarily make the dungeon easier, but just make it so it's more difficult for you to overlook things.
If you go back to that other side over there real quick, to your left, that's where the boss is at.
Yeah, you can actually see it. Yeah, you can see it on the map. The boss is right up there. We need the boss key to get to that, though, and we also don't have the item for the dungeon. I also forget what's over here.
Death.
So we're gonna find, probably.
All kinds of death.
So we're gonna go find out.
He's waiting to start a band with you, so you can cause.
Isn't this the same
peace.
room I've gone in like 5 times that I can't do anything? No, this is the other one that I can't do anything in.
I don't know. I've been paying attention, I've just been looking.
I think you have to go around to that place from another direction.
Son of a bitch, fucking water temple. I mean, yay, water temple.
What, because I have to go around to from another direction?
Yay, water temple.
I don't know, I can understand the dungeon being kind of difficult and the like, but I have never understood the deep anger that people have for this dungeon.
I'm gonna wait for this one part, because there's something so stupid in this guide that you gotta have a laugh over.
Oh boy.
Oh, Keeses.
Yeah, like the only place in the dungeon, there's 2 bats.
I'm so used
randomly
to seeing Tektites, spikes, and shell blades.
Okay, so this is the place you needed 2 keys for. You needed a key to get in here, and you need a key to get out the other side.
This is kind of a cool place. I like this.
Yeah, this is a neat dungeon.
The waterfall that you need to hookshot everything to.
Yeah, and of course we have to wait for this thing to go back down. There we go.
Oh, there's also that, too.
Okay, I'm gonna hookshot to this one.
I think I got into like a bad rotation one time where it was like too low and didn't hit everything just right. Annoyed the hell out of me.
Gotta be quick because you have to hookshot faster than these things are lowering. I mean, I guess it's not that hard, but...
Yeah, you made it.
I think the only real... I almost feel like the reason a lot of people would have problems with this dungeon is because, for the most part, people played this dungeon when they were, like, 12. And, like, it's just harder to figure crap out when you're 12.
It is. Kids can be smart but stupid at the same time. It's a wonder you get past it most of the time.
Okay, we're gonna be hitting that switch in the middle a lot.
I like how it's actually a different color switch. I think it was like that in the 64 version too, so...
Yeah, I don't remember if it... I think it was like blue and yellow or something. I don't remember it turning red. Okay, so we had to hit it again so we could lower this dragon head. So once we hookshot over here, we can climb over it.
Because if you try to hookshot onto that one, it just drops you into the water.
Ugh. Okay, now we can't go anywhere further, so we gotta hit it again. And then we need him down again.
So you can climb on top and then shoot it again.
And shoot it again.
Your arm just goes backwards. Pops out of your socket. Well, I don't think I'll be continuing this adventure anytime soon.
Like.
Oh, God.
I forgot that thing was here.
Throw a bomb at it.
Yeah, 2 arrows kills it.
Really?
Yep.
But, like... Dude, you could have just fed it a sweet pepper. A water... No, you could have fed it a water pepper and you would have been fine.
Okay, I think we're for the most part good here.
Yeah, everything's good.
And this is like my favorite room in the entire game.
This is a big area.
That you come in and like, this is a big room. But like, there's just water going, man. And like, you can't go, there's invisible walls, but like, look at this room. Man, this is cool looking. There's not a lot you can do in here, granted.
Like the little island there.
Yeah. Well,
hey,
the
the reflection disappeared.
The door over here is barred, though. Oh, so it did.
That was
awkward.
weird. You had it before you passed the island.
Oh.
Dark Link!
And as soon as you lock on to him, conquer yourself.
Okay, here's the tip that it had for you. And there's multiple ways you can fight this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The one you're going to be using is the Biggoron sword. Here's what I think you'll find funny about this, because it says, tip, if you picked up the Biggoron sword, switch back to the Master Sword. You need a shield for this fight if you are low on health. If you're feeling brave, though, keep Biggoron sword out because it does extra damage. You just can't block incoming blows.
Yeah, fighting this guy with the Master Sword is the worst idea you could possibly do.
Which is hilarious because there are a couple...
In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change just so I can...
The funny thing, too, is there's a couple scenes where they actually have the Biggoron sword while they're fighting him, too, so...
There we go. Because you can't hurt him. Well, eventually, I guess.
You can, but he likes to parry all your shots.
And then if you try to stab... Like, he'll just sidestep, and if you try to stab him, he just stands on your blade.
He'll swipe at you every once in a while, too.
Yeah. Like, fighting this guy with the Master Sword is the worst idea possible.
So...
Also, locking onto him is the worst idea possible. Because locking onto him just makes it easier for him to parry literally everything you're doing.
So, you can either fight him with the best ways to fight him with the Biggoron sword. You can also use the megaton hammer or Din's fire if you have the magic for it.
But yeah, Biggoron sword, don't lock onto him, just hack. He has no idea how to handle the Biggoron sword.
Also, if you notice, he constantly gets a lot more... less transparent when you attack him. And then you just kill him.
And then the room turns back to... I'm gonna do a little dance.
It turns back into normal.
Yeah, that guy has no idea how to handle the Biggoron sword.
I like looking up the TV tropes page on this one. It says that this game has... that he's like the giant space flea out of nowhere because he's not broadcasted whatsoever. And there's nothing to suggest why he showed up in the first place or why he leaves.
Well, he leaves because you killed him.
That too.
I think it makes sense to me because he is, oh man, the long shot!
It's an upgrade for the hook shot, and it just goes longer.
Yep, twice as far. Just that easy. Nothing complicated otherwise. I think it at least sort of makes sense because Water Temple, water casts a reflection.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna put him in the game,
kind of thing.
Yeah, like if you're gonna put him in a game, a place where you're surrounded by a mirror-like substance is good a place as any.
I also guess it makes sense because
I still can't remember the song.
In the original game, he's supposed to be a reflection of yourself, so you can get the Triforce of Courage. In Zelda 2.
I can't play this stupid song while I'm listening to it at the same time. I keep messing everything up.
And I guess in this one, he's supposed to be like the idea that if you can't get past him, you can't finish the rest of your quest, kind of thing. Though you could say that about every other obstacle, but...
Okay, so we got the long shot, falling down a hole. Oh, my ankles!
Oh, you didn't break your ankles this time. I like this room.
Don't get swallowed by the vortexes.
I don't know why. I think it's just the way it's just kind of like a river inside the temple, but it has all these vortexes.
Yeah, and one thing to be careful of is these vortexes. I forget what happens if you fall into them. Hopefully you just get sent back to the beginning.
I'm assuming it just acts like a pit, to where you just sends you back to the beginning of the room, and you take damage for it.
Yeah, but if you try to go down into that little pit with the iron boots on, it's not going to be fun. I managed to get out, like, twice, but much easier just to do this, and then just get to the other side and then put them back on. And then kill that gold skull.
It's weird how much you learn in years afterwards. And yet sometimes you keep learning. Except for that one time.
Come on.
Fuck you, Larry, I'll never learn.
Okay, how am I gonna get past this one? I don't want to go in there with the boots on, so I'm just gonna... Go.
Hey, you made it. And there's a fairy for you. You have taken way less damage than I have. Wasn't there a switch?
Somewhere. There it is.
Oh, there it is. I thought you passed it already. I thought, is this bad? This is probably bad. I think this is a dead end here, too, so...
No, I think it poos you out somewhere.
Stop saying it poos. No, I meant that was the dead end.
Oh, yeah. Way.
Like, you were done in that room. Like, the end was just the whirlpools.
We're back to the spinny room.
The water room. The dragon room. Dude, are you going to rock the dragon? You stopped, and I thought you were just going to look at me so like, don't you ever say that again.
Okay, so I'm going to check the map real quick, because there is... You can see the gray area on top of that. That's the only real place we haven't explored, but there is a chest down there on the bottom. And if I had to point out something that I thought was just bad design in this dungeon, it's that chest. Because I don't know how to get to that chest without going through all the rotations again. So, guess what we get to do? This will take us... That was a spinny water room, so we're just going to get pooed back out into the main room here. So...
I didn't fall asleep, you fell asleep.
For the most part, I'm gonna go zoom in down there again.
Just to keep reminding you.
For the most part, they put the actual things in pretty easy to get to places. Eat it.
Damn, that is a long shot.
Like, twice as long is a heck of a thing.
Eat that one over there.
Oh, is there actually something up there?
I think there's a treasure chest up here.
No? Just an easier way to get that gold skull up. Guess they didn't figure that your long shot was that long. Yeah, it is irritating to have to go back and run through all of those again. And at the very least, they put them in a reasonably easy to get to location. You don't have to, like, run through a whole hullabaloo just to hit it again. But, yeah. Okay, so you needed the long shot to get to that, so you could go in here and get in there beforehand.
You think you could make it beforehand, but I guess
yeah,
the thing goes too fast.
Yeah, I feel like there's a way in, but I don't know what it is.
That isn't cheating?
Yeah. Okay, so you need to do this so you can get a key.
Wasn't there a room on the bottom you needed to get the long shot for? That had, like, the spikes and everything?
Yes, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm going now, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, crap, no.
I didn't know if that was one of those things that you had to have, like, the next level for or something, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we're going from here. We can raise the water back to the top level now.
But I don't wanna.
Yeah. What?
Takes things so seriously. It kind of makes you concerned for it sometimes. It's like, Link, calm down, jeez. I've had times where I do this and the stupid Tektite up top falls down while I'm on the water.
Yeah.
This area is weird. It, like, respawns enemies too fast.
Yeah, you're going, like, they respawn as soon as you leave the room.
And I know dungeons do that too, but it's just so weird.
Yeah, it'll respawn an enemy as soon as you leave the room, but there's just so many instances of, I literally just left this room.
Yeah. It kind of feels like one of those, like, they had to mark the rooms in some way, but it marked them like you were in an outside area, so you went through the door and technically considered as you zoning into a different area.
Yeah, I feel like if they'd done something like, where am I going? The bottom floor, right?
I guess.
Yeah, bottom floor. I feel like if they'd done something like even just the previous room you were in, the enemies remain dead, would probably have solved a lot of problems. Okay, so this is the room that I needed the long shot for. I also needed 2 keys.
Okay.
Crap, I missed.
It's weird that the water level doesn't completely overtake this place.